Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays Minecraft Skirmish. And we have created the base of the tower. I was a little questioning on exactly what I was going to do with this base. Originally, I was thinking that this was going to be the first level of the tower. And I had made everything on that assumption, such as this nice little carpet here. Except then I remembered one little point, and that is that we have a stairway leading to the lower part, the entrance to the tower. Now we don't use it in getting into it. It's used at the Battle of Assault on the Ringwraith's Lair instead. But we do have such a base to the tower, and that means that I guess we get rid of that for now. But that means then that we will not want to have the entrance on the ground level, and that most likely that area that we dug up last time and all nice, laid out, neat out between the episodes, all this wonderful stuff, well, that's going to get filled in and raised a little bit. Oh well. But what I am going to need to do now is to define this as our base. So what I need to do is to stop throwing my granite all over the place. So what we're going to do is to put some stone here, and we'll have a stairway at the start. So this will be our entrance to it. Now since we are going to have this as our base, I'm going to use the transition for the first floor then will be my polished granite. And this will be set up on the wall at the point of the transition into our entrance. Now, there is the question about how high to make each floor. I'm going to make the subfloor, the part that's under the tower, that is going to be 3 high plus the floor. So that'll be a typical height that would be suitable for an orc or a man or something like that. So that'll all be fine. But now the upper levels, the parts that are gained in through the main entrance, these are not going to be that high. These are going to be taller. These are going to be suitable for trolls. And for trolls, we are going to need it to be way high. I figure 5 high would be about actually 7 high. We'll need to be 7 high, an extra meter for the head, and then we have it. So therefore, instead of a total height of 4 like we've got here, we would want 7 plus 1, 8. So therefore 9. So it'll be very high. So this is going to make the tower very high because we're going to have 3 levels, all with heights that are suitable for trolls. So that's what we have to worry about there. Now if this is going to be our ground floor then I might as well put a little bit here so that I can know that this is part of our ground floor. So if this is going to be our ground floor, then we are going to need the walls reflect this and be of the proper height. And I'll probably have to do that between episodes. The idea here though is I want a nice foundation floor here, and I'm going to have to repeat the pattern that I've got down here, repeat that up here, because the pattern's really going to apply for up here. It's the pattern that I created there. I'll probably split this room into various parts. Now, I could here then transition into stone. I'm going to have to go here. And stone is going to be the primary material used for the building. That's why I collected all of that stone. And for this stone layer, do I have any dirt on me? That's granite, dirt. biggest trouble with granite is sometimes it's hard to tell it from dirt. Alright, now what I want to do here is to have some stone. The doorway is going to have to be 7 high, I guess. Ooh, this is going to be really tall doors because trolls are really big. That's the thing about trolls is they tower over you, especially when you talk about things like the Gorthrogs and stuff like that. Because we have to be able to support Gorthrogs, and Gorthrogs are really big. And I tried seeing how big a Gorthrog is when I'm playing doing a skirmish with my 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so that's 7 high. And I am going to have a portcullis. Because let's face it, having doors big enough is going to be really tough. So therefore we would line it with the portcullis. And that's going to be our primary type of doors we're going to have. So therefore, if we're in a closed door, then we would have a portcullis that is down. And if it's one that we're going to be able to use, we'll have a portcullis that is raised. And I think that will actually work out. Alright, good. And then this will be the top piece. Good. And this really big door that we're going to have in here. Maybe. Is it really 7? Maybe between the episodes I will double check to see whether it really should be, whether 5 will be suitable. But if it's 7, we're going to have a really big tower here. And okay, there we go. And we go down like this. So that's what the plan is for here. We have this going up here. Now, what we're going to do here, you see there's this little bit of a dip here. We are probably going to actually enhance this dip because there's going to be a little bit of a bridge that goes across to the other side here. And this is going to have to be turned into stonework because this hill is going to be another part of Dol Guldur, and this is going to take us down into the Baileys, which are going to be down here. But the Baileys aren't going to have direct access to the tower. The tower is going to, because the idea of the Baileys is you got to fight your way through them in order to get to the tower. So therefore, you have to go across the Baileys up across here into a bridge, and that's going to lead up into here. And this will be your main entrance to the tower. So of course in the skirmish, you enter in through a smaller door along the side, which is supposedly a secret entrance, so it probably can't be that secret since we know we're talking about Dol Guldur here. The Necromancer knows about it. It's just that it's not that used. If it's not that used, it's not as well guarded and all that stuff because they're thinking that we don't know about it. Alright, so this is what we're doing for here. So let's go and take a little bit of a nap, and we can get back to this and see what the next phase is. Down here. Right, it is getting late, right? Oh, the sun's on the other side, I guess. I really don't like it when I build a shelter that's on the wrong side of it. I prefer a westward facing window when I build a shelter. That way I can see the sun when it goes down, because that's most more time of the day to know it. Now I'm just looking at the clock and seeing from there what we've got. Let's have a bedtime meal. Good. And catch 'em shut-eye. and head back out. This is really going to be a trolls are big. Now, tricky thing, of course, is I'm going to need 3 levels this high. Well, it is intended to be a tall tower, so therefore, that will certainly make that possible. Right, so now here, now I will what I'll do is I'm going to at least take out this part to help with the outlines. Then I can do other parts of the floor between episodes. And that way I know where the outline is. And I can build that. Oh. Alright, there we go. So we could do that. And that way not build the entire floor yet. Get myself my dimensions out and build the parts of the floor I need as... Stop that. Stop that. Alright, stop that, stop that, stop that. Alright, now we've got... Well, fortunately, getting polished granite shouldn't be too difficult. Actually, I should have enough for this, shouldn't I? Of course, originally I was only planning to do the edge. I wasn't planning to do the entire floor of polished granite. Now, I've got to see whether or not the polished granite will actually work for this, because there is one thing that I've noticed is very common in this particular tower, and that is red carpet. Apparently, the necromancer must love red carpet. Well, alright. I can understand at least the red part. I mean... So, therefore... Let's look in here. Where did... Oh. It is in my... you can't even see it when it's in my inventory. Good grief. Oh. I'll have to change the location of my stairway, because that's certainly not going to do. So I have to get everything all nice up to a level. And let's see how the red carpet works with this. Yeah, I think it'll still work. Good. Good on that front. Then we want to have this here. Now the most important area to remember where the outline is will be up in these sections over here. And let's see, so I am going to have to get this full outline up on here. And this is actually the outline of the room, so maybe instead I'll create an outline of the floor instead, I mean of the walls, and put the outline of the walls around. And once I have that outline of the walls, then the rooms of course will follow course. So that's a good idea for there. Granite, granite. I don't want the walls of granite. I want to use some andesite for that. And of course, I did not bring any andesite with me. Right. So it's off to get some andesite. And see, let's get back into here. Actually, since I've shown you all that stuff, we could do that between episodes. I want to show you what I've done down here, because I really haven't shown you that yet. Now, down here is a mine where I was mining like crazy. I've got a warren of mines all down there, always in my search for gold. I still haven't found nearly as much gold as I would like to find, but I did find some. And I've been building an underground railway system. Now, unfortunately, because I haven't found enough gold yet, this section is still unpowered. And going across unpowered rail is slow. So therefore, I normally just walk this section of the railway. But I have this connecting my various builds, and this is all underground. Now, one reason is because it's very common to build such things underground. But the most important reason, of course, is that since this is supposed to be representing Middle Earth, having a railway station above ground is probably not the best idea. You know, you could have a few mining carts here and there, as you can see in Mori and stuff like that, but I certainly don't want... I put my mining cart into that chest because I said, nah, I won't need a mining cart while I am working on this. And of course, I decided to show you the mining system and needed a mining cart. Well, I got an extra one down here. And that is for the Icy Crevasse, so that's how we connect Icy Crevasse to Dol Guldur. So let me head back to the junction. Now, I didn't create a short one that way because I figured getting off and getting back on, it wasn't worth it for such a short distance. So let us head this way. I really do need another power rail at the start because... But now, alright, now I can kick in. Now I've got my power rails. And I can head all across. And this then leads to another junction. So planning a rail system is quite tricky right now. Now I know that there's some here who have ways of creating automatic junctions so that you get yourself to turn properly and all that stuff. But I've not quite up to the level where I can do that yet. Right now, just getting a rail system is a major feat. You see, I still haven't finished taking down the wall on the right there. And this brings me to this point right here. And this then leads to my house. It's for Thungelhod in my house. And this leads to the Prancing Pony. So I've got everything all nice into the network here. And this is a stairway that's ostensibly, of course, is the cellar where Butterbur will keep his ale and his wines and all that fun stuff. But now this is all the regular part of the Prancing Pony. So now I've got everything all nice and connected. And if I'm here, then I'm also doing my traditional stuff that I do when I'm here, and that is to shear my sheep, especially the white sheep here. Does the white sheep need shearing? Nah, nowhere near on that matter, and quite a lot of white sheep. And this, of course, is for the Icy Crevasse, where it has its high demand for white wool. But this is what's going on. I'm starting on the tower, doing a bit of a restart there from last time. So next time I am going to get everything back onto the proper level so that we will be able to start the various rooms of the tower in earnest. And that will be on our next episode of Pineleaf Plays Minecraft Skirmish.